All right, good morning, friends. We're just going to go here this morning. Kids are having their slow Saturday. Today's devotion is Psalm 130. Out of the depths I cry to you. Kids. One of Luther's famous hymns. Many of you may be singing it in your mind here as we gather this morning. I had a good talk with my mom yesterday. It was helpful. She's in public health in Wisconsin, and so she was just sharing how there's not a person on this globe that is not touched by this. And so as we gather here on this Saturday, and seniors particularly are starting to mourn the loss of not going back to school this year. A bittersweet day for us. So we were supposed to be in Denver to celebrate the baby shower for my sister-in-law Beth, and so we're going to do that in about an hour or so online together with the family. And so we'll still celebrate, and it'll be wonderful. But we were supposed to be together, and so we mourn that as well. And so, I know we find ourselves in different places as we engage this psalm of lament, of longing, of cry to God. There's a lot of hunger going on in India, a lot of places that your heart just continues to break as well as we figure out how to do this together. So keep praying for one another, keep sharing each other's burdens there. Reach out to your neighbor and see how they're doing. In reflection for Psalm 130 today, Susan McWilliam offers this devotion, Who Will Remain Standing? She invites our focus to verse 3 and verse 7 here this morning. If you, Lord, should mark my iniquities, O Lord, who could stand? O Israel, hope is in the Lord. For with the Lord there is loving kindness, and with him there is abundant redemption. Susan writes in devotion for us this morning, as I flipped through TV channels one night, I happened on a game show and saw competitors standing on each floor space. If they answered a question incorrectly enough times, the floor gave way and they plunged down a chute. The winner remained standing. I would never compete on this show because I would always go down the chute. I could not stand. In real life, God hears our pleas and we can stand before him because of his great mercy and abundant redemption. God's greatest act of loving kindness and mercy was providing us a Savior, Jesus, who transformed us by washing us clean with his precious blood. The author of this book of Psalms was begging God to hear his cries. He was in despair and felt hopeless. I can count a few times in my life when I felt this way. If any of you reading this or hearing this feel this despair, there is hope in our great God. This hope is a gift already given. I count myself blessed to live in history on this side of the cross. I know Jesus. He has given me, quote, standing room before his cross. There are no chutes there, just redemptive grace, mercy, and peace. Susan invites us to pray with her this morning. Lord, you heard our pleas for mercy and saved us from the chute. We thank and praise you. And as our day unfolds in joy and lament, we invite prayer concerns to those who are in emotional despair, in need to feel God's loving kindness. As I spend time with the Psalms each day, I've started to notice loving kindness, which in the NRSV translation, the New Revised Standard Version, is translated steadfast love. And that's been a powerful word for me as we continue to remember God's love that remains steadfast even in these times. So reach out and connect with one another, continue in prayer, and we'll see you tomorrow for worship at 9 o'clock. God bless you, my friends.